Hi guys, I'm not Lisa Nandy's biggest fan, but when she does something great, I will sing her praise. Here she was taking no crap from a Tory MP who was angry that the Labour Party had been condemning the money being given to both Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng, two individuals who were at the centre of the disastrous mini-budget, which brought pensions close to collapse, saw a drop in the pound and saw an intervention from the Bank of England. The Labour Shadow Cabinet Minister was on fire here. Have a listen to what Lisa had to say.
I'd be very grateful if the Right Honourable Lady could advise the House how many Labour ministers in 2010 refused their severance payments.
I'll throw the question straight back to the honourable gentleman. How many times have we seen in 44 days a Prime Minister and a Chancellor essentially use the security of people in this country as an experiment? They treated us as lab rats for their own ideology. They crashed the economy and they left working people pay the price. And if he wants to apologise, if he wants to be the first on those benches to apologise, I will certainly give him the opportunity. He's very welcome.
I note the Right Honourable Lady didn't answer my question. Could she do so now?
Honestly, a bit of humility from these benches is in order. It is unprecedented. Been in office for 12 years. You put two people in office. They put two people in office, Mr. Speaker. I would never for a moment suggest that you would do such a thing. They put people in office who were fundamentally unsuitable for that role. They supported them, they backed them to the hilt, they stood up on those benches and supported every move they made. They cheered as that mini-budget was announced, and they still don't have the humility to apologise for the damage that they've inflicted on families up and down this country. Now, the Chancellor might have U-turned. The new Prime Minister might have admitted that mistakes were made. The Housing Secretary may have apologised for the error of his party's ways, but apologies don't cut it. It was the benches opposite that allowed this to happen. Without them, the Right Honourable Member for South West Norfolk would not have become Prime Minister. The Right Honourable Member for Spelthorne would not have been Chancellor, and they let it happen. They cheered as that disastrous mini-budget was commended to this House. And they may be sorry now, although I'm still waiting to hear it. But the damage has been done.
The damage has been done. These are the people who are responsible. It's not so much Rishi Sunak, it's not so much Liz Truss or Kwasi Kwarteng, but the Conservative Party, because they would have not succeeded if it wasn't for the Conservative Party. And we saw it with Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson scraping by with a confidence vote within his party, but all of the MPs in the House of Commons backing him to the hilt when it came to a confidence vote in the House of Commons. You know, the Tories would say one thing behind closed doors and a different thing in the House of Commons. These are the people who are responsible for all of this. These are the ones who are not holding their own government to account. Now, there are a few MPs, and, kudos to those, but generally, the entire party has stood up and cheered Boris Johnson, stood up and cheered Liz Truss, cheered Kwasi Kwarteng, and is now cheering Rishi Sunak. And they are the ones who are responsible for this. Without them, the government would not be able to function. Now, it's one thing about apologies, it's about changing direction. Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss and all of these people are responsible for the damage that has been inflicted upon the UK economy. And Lisa Nandy is correct here. It was an experiment run by these right-wing think tanks who were advising Liz Truss. And, are these people still in place? We don't know anything about them. Is Rishi Sunak still listening to these individuals and these organisations? Have they been removed from number 10 and number 11? We don't know. We've heard nothing about them since the collapse of Liz Truss's government. But the Tories are very happy to listen to them and allow them to navigate on their behalf. And this is the consequence of such action. So once again, I'm not Lisa Nandy's biggest fan, but she's done a wonderful job here, hitting back at who is ultimately responsible, the Conservative Party, the MPs themselves. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.